Hi everybody, hi, my name is Pelisiwe Twenstra and I am a writer. Welcome to my channel. Before I start with the reason why I'm doing the video, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who has been subscribing, commenting, liking what the videos I've been uploading the past months. I've been getting a lot of people following my work and the videos that I put up. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I started with only, I think, 20 people, and now I'm on 80. So those are people, and I appreciate it. I appreciate that you are watching me all the time. Okay, so I am doing my writing process tag, originally created by the Bookish pen babe. So I thought I should do the same because a lot of people don't know. They know that I write, but they don't know much about my writing process. And I thought this was fun to do, and I saw it from other Authortubers, and I thought, let me try it, let me do it as well. And yeah, so let's get on right on it. Okay, so the questions. What genres do you write? So I write plays, and I also write short stories. I also write novels. So with plays, I'm not, like, for example, I focus on adult contemporary when I write plays, but also I've tried to explore fantasy in plays. And then on my short stories, I write mainly magical realism. And then the current novel that I'm working on, I am writing adult fantasy. Question 2, what settings gets you the most productive? I love being surrounded by books. As you see behind me, I love smelling the smell of books. I always have coffee. The smell of coffee reminds me that I have unfinished work to do. And so I love being also in a very confined space where I can hear myself breathing, hear myself thinking. I love also playing music when I'm writing. I write well with music. I really take care of the space where I write. It has to feel like a writer's space, especially when the days I'm demotivated, and when I get into that room, the work needs to start immediately when I enter that room. Do you outline? No. Do I want to outline? Yes. Do I know how to outline? No. I'm bad when it comes to outlining. I'm a pantser, like a hardcore pantser. I sit down and I have an idea and I just write. So that's why most of my work takes many years to be fruitful. And I feel I am doing myself injustice, because if I knew how to outline, I mean, maybe in a year or two I would have a great first draft of a book. But it takes me a while to finish my work. Like the current book I'm writing, I started it in January and I've written already about 25,000 words. And I guess if I did outline, I would have at least, 60,000 words. So yeah. But it's going. Do you start your first draft with pen, paper, typewriter, or computer? I have a typewriter. The ink was finished and I couldn't continue. But I don't prefer using a typewriter because I'm very, very slow and I was just starting out. So I usually work in a laptop, but sometimes I combine the pen and paper, especially when I'm trying to, as a pencil, when you write, you get a lot of ideas in your head, a lot of images, a lot of events, a lot of scenes in your head that are simultaneously taking place. So with the pen, I somehow, in a paper, write those scenes, and somehow I divide it with a pen and paper, and then when I go to the laptop, I use what's left in my head. I don't know if that makes sense, but I hope it does. Anyway, do you okay, fifth question. What do you do to get through a writer's block? I will sound like a parrot, but I don't believe in writer's block. I believe in being sick on a day and not wanting to write. I'm fucking joking with you. Okay, I do have moments where I don't feel like I'm inspired. I feel like I don't want to continue writing. So usually I would play my playlist, my writing playlist, to kind of like take me out of the mood that I'm in. I read other books. I read my favorite books. Yeah. And of course, what I do mostly, I watch other author tubes on YouTube. That helps a lot. That gets you going. Do you edit as you go, or when you're finished with the first draft? I edit as I go. That adds to my slowness. 7. After finishing your draft manuscript, how long do you give it a break before you start going back over it and do you give it a break? Yes, of course. You have to give it a break. I mean, if you've been working on your manuscript for 3 years, that's me. Eh? The 4th year, you just, you know, send it to some friends, some beta readers, send it to your trusty writer buddies, and yeah, just give it rest. And when the day comes when they send you feedback or on your draft, again, still rest. Read other books, work on other projects. So yes, sweet and short, yes, I do. And 8, is there something that you prefer to do to get you through writing? Play music, TV, having your favorite drink or food? Coffee, music, yes. And I like candles. I love candles. I love burning incense as well. That is my setup, and that gets me going. And a good healthy breakfast if it's in the morning, and that is awesome. Number 9, do you have word count or chapter goals for your writing sessions? No, especially when I'm doing my first draft. No, I'm lying. I do have word goals. Like, for example, like I would give myself, like, in a month I want to have written, or in a week, sorry, I would like to have written at least 30,000 words. So maybe I'm on 25,000. That's where I am. So then I say maybe in a month's time I want to get to 30,000 words. So a day I would write I think 1,000 words. My math is horrible. Don't quote me on this. Don't even dare quote me. I work in big numbers. Like, now I'm on 25 and I say, okay, my goal is I want to get to 30. So if it takes me a day to get to 30, then I'm great. I'm done for the whole week. But if it takes me another 3 weeks to get to 30, I'm done then. So that's how I usually work. So my method is quite whack, but it works for me and I like it. I don't like to put pressure on myself. I like to take time with whatever. Do you work on multiple projects at one time? No. No. How often do you research what you're writing? Quite often, actually. Um, I'm not. Especially with my imagination. I'm not. I don't know how magic. I'm not grown around magic. I don't have the experience. I don't have the reference of magic, and especially the type of magic that I'm looking for. Then I would research on it. Maybe I wanna set my characters in a particular village, and I'm not too sure how a village. I would do that. I would research about how villages look and how different they are. Um, because in a culture like mine, iskoti neskoti, their village is quite different. So yeah, I hope that answers the question. Finished a first draft or manuscript. If you finished a first draft or manuscript, tell us how you felt afterwards. So when I finish my play, it's or when I finish my novella, or when I finish my first novel, I always have a bottle of wine, and I dance. I'm not the best dancer, but hey, put on the music and I will do some things with my body. I dance, I scream, I kiss everybody in the house, because I was an alien in the house while I was writing. I didn't want to be disturbed by my husband, by my daughter. So when I'm done and when I press that end, oh Lord Almighty, it's party time. Yeah. If you're not through the first draft yet, tell us how you're feeling about it at the moment. So my current project that I'm working on, Project Salt, I enjoy it. I enjoy it so much. I look forward to it. I take rest, and when I do go back, I am fulfilled, because then my mind is in it all the time, writing and focusing on every scene that I am writing. I look forward to working on my project Salt. I started in January and I'm on 25,000 words and it's going very well, and I am now, I can say I'm actually writing a novel, because sometimes I get lost and I don't know what it is that I am writing. It either comes out as a play in my head, or it comes out as a short story, or does it come out as a novel? Sometimes I don't know, and after a few sitting down with the work, then I can say, I have a novel. And now I can say that I am working on a novel, and my goal is to have full manuscript in 2 years' time. In 2 years' time. Not in a hurry. 2 years' time I want to have my first draft. Just gonna be writing. Yeah, taking it slow. Taking it slow, baby. Taking it slow. So yes, that's me. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, so I would like to know, how is your writing process if you're a writer? How is your writing process? Writing process. If you're writing plays, how is your writing process? If you're writing short stories, how did that go? How do you go about doing that? Please comment below, subscribe. And if you're keen to know when I'm posting, you can hit the bell button on the side of the word subscribe, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, thank you so much again for, making me do this. I like it. I like sharing my work with you. Thank you. Bye.